everybody, it's Alpha Pickle back with another episode. Last episode we set up our farm and our cow farm over there. Both are doing pretty well. As you'll see, we got 700 wheat right there. I've added a couple things and rearranged a bit, and I also went ahead and threw some greenhouse glass up there we used previously on the potato farm over there. It does work with the saplings, as you might have noticed. Kind of hard to tell sometimes, but they grow pretty crazy quick. I honestly think we can move it down to just one square of regular saplings instead of 3, but we're gonna wait and see, since we're gonna do some auto crafting with the wood pretty soon. But I also added slimy saplings, and these are from the slime islands. I went and got some, and these grow the saplings, obviously we get back, and then we get these congealed slime blocks and also dead saplings, and apparently we get pink slime ball. I did not know about that, so I'll have to do something about that, but that's okay. Anyways, today we are going to make it so we auto craft these blocks we're getting from the slime into slime balls, because that's what we need for one of our generators downstairs. And then these dead saplings I don't think have any use, so we can probably just set them up right there. But before I do that, first let's just pause this machine actually. And let's move this trash can. Let me grab the servo. And we are going to, since we got to change these into slime balls, we're going to have to set up a bit of an auto crafter. So let me grab all the stuff I had set up real quick. So this is the auto crafter from Cyclic. It's not too expensive, and the first one I saw and it works pretty good, so I don't mind. So we're going to place it right here, I think. So it's getting power now, although for some reason Cyclic machines always do this to me. They kind of glitch and don't show they're getting power. But I promise they're getting power. It'll update here in a second. And then all we got to do is set that, and there it went, it updated. And when we put these slime blocks in there, let's just throw 8 for now, it's going to auto craft them into the slime balls like we want. And then obviously we need to pull those out. So let's set up an item duct. Oh, we got that right there. Yikes. I'll probably have to rearrange this later, but for now I guess we can set it up. It's gonna be kind of messy. We'll just set it up just like that. There we go. I got that servo turned on. Let's see if it pulls them out or not. There it goes. It's starting to pull them out. Perfect. And they should be appearing in here. We got one stack. Yep. So we got auto slime balls now, and we have access to them via the storage bus still, so that is good. Then all we need to do is set up our trash can again, because we have a couple things we are going to want to trash, obviously. So for now, again, I'm just going to put it right there. I know everything's super messy, so I will probably come hide this underground and make it a bit prettier off camera. Let's get our filter back in right there. In whitelist, we're going to want to put... For now, I'm going to put the pink slime balls in there. I should probably keep them, but they're so rare, and I don't want to deal with them right now. The dead sapling, and then next time we get one of those silkworm thingies, I'll throw that in there too. That should be working. A couple trees there, so I'll keep you guys updated, but it should work. Let me throw these slime blocks in here. Oh, that's not good. We didn't put a filter on. Haha. Whoops. Alright, so make sure we put a filter here. And we need to throw these in the trash. Let me throw those right there. Let's see, can I get one of these? There we go, everybody. I got the filter set up, so slime blocks are going into this now and nothing else will. And then we got all the filters set up for the trash can for now, so everything should be getting pulled out and going where it should. Anyways, let's head over to our cow farm. This thing actually, I left my computer on. I was just gonna leave it on for a few hours to get a little surplus of leather and stuff built up, and I forgot about it for like 2 days, so we're kind of maxed out on everything already. So I just paused this machine over here, the the feeder, so they're not wasting our wheat anymore and wasting all the energy. Also, you might have noticed we have one less machine over here. You may or may not have noticed, but I'm an idiot, and basically these animal baby separators, I originally had one to separate the babies, and then I had another one to separate the adults using the adult filter, but I figured out you can put an adult filter in the mob crusher. So basically it works the same, but now it only kills adults, so basically all the babies will be in here and it won't kill them until they grow up, so that works perfectly. Next up, I want to get pink wool and milk set up. I also got a white, oops, a white-wooled sheep in there, 2 of them. I might breed a couple more times, we'll see, because I want white wool on hand, because that's probably what we'll use most. But we need pink wool for one of the generators that we're trying to set up. So I got a machine called the Animal Rancher, and this thing's pretty cool. Place it right there. And basically, it's going to shear sheep, and it will also milk cows, and it doesn't even need a bucket, which is kind of cool. The reason it's not doing it right now is because of the range on it. So let's go ahead and throw a range add-on in there, and as you'll see, yeah, you don't need a bucket, and it looks like you only need 1 cow because it'll just milk it indefinitely. 4 cow, milked forever. But yeah, so that should be able to keep up, I believe. Then we just need to pull out the wool, obviously, send it to our storage. The milk is going to be a bit trickier, but we're basically going to take the milk and we're going to put it into a fluid transposer from thermal expansion. That might be an easier way, but it's the way I decided. I know how these machines work, so why not? We'll put the liquid in from the top. So I guess this does not auto. Can you auto output with these? No, you can't. I don't understand why it has all these options on industrial foregoing when they don't auto output. I'm sure there's a reason. It just kind of confuses me. Let's put a servo on there so it pulls out the milk. Is that working? Yep, we're getting milk right there. So now if we place a bucket in there, we should get a bucket of milk. And then we just got to pull the bucket of milk out. We're gonna have to pull the bucket of milk out, but we're also gonna have to insert empty buckets. So I think the best way to go for that is gonna be right here. I think just like that would probably be the most efficient since we're gonna have to do quite a bit. I'm trying to remember which ender chest is which. Okay, this is the milk one, so this one we're gonna want right here. This one has empty buckets in it now. I'm just leaving 7 in there. That'll probably do, honestly, but we can always add more if we need to. Servo, we want to whitelist it, and we want to get a bucket out. And let's whitelist this to only pull empty buckets out, and on the left side, it will input the bucket. Good. Oh, I didn't turn it on. Haha. We should see a bucket come in. Let's wait. There we go. It actually put them all, I guess, since they stack now. I kind of forget about that sometimes. So now what we need to do is pull the milk bucket out, obviously. So we should be able to just auto output because this machine does it itself. So now all those should fill up with milk and they shouldn't get pulled out again. And I think 7 is going to be enough buffer for our machine downstairs. If we need more, we'll just add more buckets. It's no big deal. But basically our machine downstairs will pull this milk out, empty the bucket, and once it's empty, shove it back into this ender chest so we never have to refill it or anything. And around it goes. And obviously the milk's keeping up. We're not going to need that much, I don't. Next up, we just got to pull the items out just like we did with all the other machines. So I'm just going to pull the pink wool and the white wool out and send it into that drawer controller, and I will be right back. Okay, so I got that all set up upstairs. So that actually went a lot quicker than I thought. We got slime and pink wool and regular wool and the milk all set up very quickly for our generator, so that's not too bad. I wanted to give you guys an update on lava. I don't know if I showed you guys, I put this gargantuan drum from Extra Utilities we had to make for that quest down here for the lava buffer, and it's kind of ridiculous. We have 12 million buckets of lava, I think. Or wait, would that be 12,000? That'd be 12,169 buckets of lava. And as you can see, it's still going up. So that's insane. It's not even close to being full. But this thing's just cranking away. I mean, it's kind of wasting our power. But it's fine because we're going to have a lava for days once that fills up. So pretty cool. Another thing I did, I was working on a few quests. I don't have the quest book on us, I don't think. But one of the quests for Industrial Foregoing is to make the laser. And I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's basically an auto miner. I haven't actually used it much because every time I've tried to use it, it's so much power. And I just don't know if it's ever efficiently worth it. But this time we are going to try to get it once we get the rainbow generator, I think. But basically, if you power these laser drills, you got to have 4 of them for max efficiency. I think it will run with just 1 though. And spaced out just like this. So the laser base right here, the 4 laser drills, and we got power going to all 4 of them. And this thing will mine for us. It got to be drilled down all the way to either bedrock or the void in order for it to work. So let's churn. What did I turn off? I made it stop working. Did I pause this thing? This has power, right? Oh, I see. So if we turn that on, it's going to start draining power very quickly. This thing can use a ridiculous amount. It's not even funny. So we'll wait and see it mine 1 ore real quick. And there we go. We got 1 ore. And I think from my little, I didn't test much, but basically one of these energy cells, the basic ones from thermal, holds 2 million RF. It seems like it takes exactly 2 million RF to harvest 1 ore, which is kind of ridiculous. You can put lens and stuff in here to filter out what kind of ores you get and stuff later, but we'll go through that more in a future episode. I just wanted to show you guys this because I did make it. Again, I don't know when we're going to be able to use it because 2 million RF for 1 ore is kind of insane for auto mining, and we can't keep up with that. Because as you can see, oh, actually, right now it's doing all right. Well, sometimes when I was looking at it, when we have more machines going or something upstairs, there you see now. This thing is draining rapidly. Now it's going back up. But this is our main energy cell for our base. So if this is going down, then we don't have enough extra power to keep up with this crazy thing stealing all of our potato power. And we could make more generators, but these are kind of ugly, and we want to get to the rainbow generator anyways. So it is no big deal. I got a couple things set up down here. I got all these ender chests, and they're basically color coded and kind of sorted and set up with export buses for the corresponding items. So I got them started. And some of these aren't going to be actually what we use in the generators. Like these instant health potions probably aren't going to be what we're using, but we happen to have like 30 of them from the mob farm over there. It's not like we get a ton of them, but we do get a few. And I think all these should start seeing items, but let's go get the sticks going because that took all the sticks in our system, and we want to start auto crafting those since we already got the wood farm set up. It shouldn't be too hard. And I moved this around a little bit as well. So added a couple drawers, put them on locked so nothing will go into that empty one because that's an extra one right now. And we got void upgrades on them as well. I took the void upgrade out of the oak wood one because I think it's going to be the easiest way. It might waste a little bit of power because we're going to always be crafting sticks now, and it's going to void the sticks instead, but that's okay. So anyways, no more void upgrade in that one. And if you ever want to take an upgrade out of these drawers, you just shift right click and take it out, which is kind of handy. And I went ahead and set up the slimy saplings to get sent back into the planter, so it's starting to accumulate now. But as you can see, this thing's getting full. We need to tell it what to do with the wood. And I forgot to set that one back on the trash and the slime. So let's do that real quick. What are these? I was like, what are these stacked to? They keep doing weird things. Anyway, so trash can, we're going to put that pink slime ball back on there. And just throw that in there for now. And then this first cyclic assembler should be our slime, I think. Yeah. So we'll whitelist the slime again. Should start crafting the slime balls, and it should export them slowly because it only has a regular servo. Once it catches up, we'll see if it keeps up. If not, we'll upgrade it. If it even exports them. Come on. Oh, that's my mess up. Didn't even connect this back down to here. There we go. Now it should start taking them. All right, there it goes. It's starting to take them now. Anyways, this one I put a resonant servo on it because we'll see if it even keeps up. But basically, we want it to craft stick. All right, so the second crafter is actually going to make us sticks, and you might be thinking, don't you have to make planks first? Not in this pack. You can actually go like that, and it should go ahead and make sticks. Yep, because in this mod pack you can just make more sticks that way. You get the same amount, it's just easier crafting recipes basically, which is nice. So we'll basically set this filter up to be oak wood, and it should start cranking out some wood, cranking out sticks. And that servo is still not keeping up. We might have to throw a second one on there, but we'll just kind of let it be for now. Although, we'll have to see if it keeps up on the oak wood. Because if we're still getting more oak wood than this thing can hold, that was just all the surplus we happen to have up there. If we're still getting more than this can hold, we'll have to figure something out so it deletes the wood and doesn't back up our system, obviously. But I think everything is back and set up efficiently. We already got 800 sticks in there. Obviously, sticks are going to get crafted pretty quickly, so it should be nice. Might set up another servo, like I said. The only reason we want so many is because one of the generators is the Overclock Generator, and if you never use that, it literally burns an item per tick. Any item you put in there. Pretty sure it accepts every single item, but it accepts a ton of different ones, that's for sure. But the easiest one for us, I think, to mass craft is just going to be sticks for right now. So that's what we're going to use. So should start seeing this fill up with sticks. And yeah, as this is filling up, I Just don't see that being quick enough. But I think it's also an export bus setup, so we might have to add some acceleration to our export bus for the stick one right here. Probably what we'll end up doing. This one's going to be the pink wool. It's just not quite filling up yet because I went ahead and hooked it up to its generator down here, as well as the enchantment one we set up last episode. So we're getting a good portion of them done. The worst one's going to be still the Dragon's Breath, which I think we'll just have to do manually. I don't think there's any way to craft that or anything. We'll just go get a ton and throw it in here. And then the Nether Star, obviously that one's going to be quite a bit of work we're going to have to set up. I think there was one more, wasn't there? Maybe it was just those two. That might be just about it, because these ones are pretty much give me's already, because they're just sticks. That's the potatoes. This one is just lava. Got redstone being exported into this one. I didn't want it to keep all our redstone into the ender chest, so I just did that and have this servo only pulling out redstone filter, just like that. And then ender pearls, obviously we got a decent amount from our mob farm. Doesn't look like we got quite enough to fill up this chest, so we might want to take these out and put sticks in like we did this one. No big deal. Potions, we do have to take the glass bottles out, so that's something we'll have to remember, so we'll have to pull those out. And this is the pink one again. Yeah, and it's been running, so it has a little bit of power. But I'm trying to breed up the sheep so we get a lot more. We might have to make the farm bigger, but that's no big deal again. Overclocked is the sticks. Explosive we obviously got. And then, so maybe it's just Nether Star and Dragon's Breath we really need to set up next. And then the frosty one, which should be pretty easy. There's several ways to generate that stuff. But anyways, let's go ahead and try to set up our slime one, because we're still missing the milk buckets. We have an ender chest with them. We just gotta put them in here and then pull out the empty buckets. So let me get some stuff real quick. Okay, so this is the ender chest with our milk buckets from our farm. I'm gonna see if we can insert the milk buckets from below as well, or if we have to input them from the side, since we're doing the slime balls from below. So let's go ahead and try that. We'll need a servo real quick. Should have a couple still on us. We'll just use the regular servo for now. And we do want to whitelist that to the milk bucket, not my book. And let's see if it's going to pull that out and insert it where we want it to. Would you look at that? It does. So now we just got to pull the empty bucket out and shove it back into the ender chest. That should be really easy to do. That is quite the easy setup, really. Not too complicated at all. So empty bucket. Let's grab that and whitelist bucket. Yep, and it took that bucket and it should fill it back up and stick it in here. So should all be set up. Let's turn this one back on and see if slime balls are getting replaced. So that's not too bad at all. Pretty efficient setup. I'm glad we're just using the same pipe right there. Makes it a bit easier. We don't have to access 3 sides of the machine that way. You need to turn that one on though. Is it? Okay, it's just, I guess this burns for quite a while, 24 seconds, and since the generator's full, I did notice it does still use it even when the generator's full. I thought with a redstone signal, it actually wouldn't be using the, okay, does it pause it then? I think it does pause it. Okay, so this should work. I was thinking we might have to move some of the ones that are, because most of these, I don't really care if it wastes the materials, but like the Nether Star, I obviously don't want it just sitting there cranking out Nether Stars when we don't need it. And same with this one, because we're going to have to go get this by hand, it looks like. And then I think the other one maybe overclock, just because it burns them so quick, guys. Have you guys seen this thing? It's pretty crazy. Here, let's demonstrate it, just because it's fun. Oh, it's off. There it goes. Look at that. Yeah, I don't think we're crafting sticks quite quick enough for that. And we do have to have all 16 of them on at the same time. Otherwise, the rainbow generator doesn't work. So it kind of defeats the purpose of all this work. So we will see. I think we will have to crank up our stick production and stick exporting. But again, we'll see. Anyways, I will see how much time we got left, and I will be right back. So it looks like this video is already 20 minutes, going on 20 minutes anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch and Twitter. And next episode, I think we're gonna set up an auto wither killer. We might get to the auto wither boss killer, but for sure we're gonna set up a good farm for wither skeletons and get tons of wither skulls, so that should be fun. So check it out next week on Saturday. Bye bye.